So we put, I had Cam, who's probably the most athletic player I've ever coached in my 13 years. I put Cam on her, and that was her assignment, is to make every single touch she got a really hard one, and once she got it was just to make it difficult for her to get that shot off and get that drive. So we did our job on that, and then everybody, the help defense was there. They wanted to drive to the middle, which we knew they would, so we were just making sure our help defense was there, not just by one person, by doubling. We were just packing in the middle, which is something we don't typically do. So we had to kind of learn a little bit differently this week how to play against them, and then to go after the ball. So they did what they needed to do.
I guess just you guys were ranked #1 pretty much all season. How hard was it to keep the kids grounded and until you got to the point where you are now?
It is hard, and I'm just saying that when you start #1, I was almost like, oh, I don't know, because it's kind of nice to a couple years ago people didn't really know about us, so it's nice to be down at 8, 9, and people didn't really pay attention to you until the tournament. But obviously they knew about us, the whole season long, and so trying to keep the girls focused on remaining up there, it's hard because you're coming into every game with a big X on your back. Everyone is marking the calendar, the date that they play Foxborough, and in the hopes that they can knock you off. So it's just a matter of just making sure that we, every practice, our second five is better than some of the games we played against in the regular season. So the way they challenge each other in practice is making us better for each game that we coach.
In watching your team throughout the game, it appears that you have obviously a great starting five. So if somebody slows down a little bit, gets doubled up, you have guys that are going to fill that role, right?
Yeah. I mean, in all my years I've coached, this is the deepest bench I've had. There was the 2018 state championship, I only had one sub that I would use, so I went 6-6. And right now I'm going 9 or 10 easily. So.
How do you think the game evolved? Because it seemed like when you came out in the second half, you were really pressuring defensively, and that really set the tone for the rest of the game.
We knew that they were getting a little tired. Their ball handlers were getting a little bit more uncomfortable with the ball than they were early in the game. So we were trying to really expose that a little bit. Not taking unnecessary chances, but trying to double a little bit more than we were early in the game. And then to capitalize on that and making sure that we were able to get our fast break going.
And conversely, they had been making a statement defensively their last 2 games,
right.
But you guys were able to control the ball, get offensive boards, and do the things you'd want to do, right?
Yeah, and I mean, we were patient on offense because they were a physical team, so we had to make sure that we were solid with the ball. Probably the most physical team we played against, so I'm pretty proud of the way we were able to handle that. So we did what we needed to do.